Strategy number 3, try a semicolon. All right, use a semicolon to separate two independent clauses when they are pressed together in the same run-on sentence. And as it says here, independent clauses are sentence elements that could stand alone as complete sentences. We're going to talk a lot more about clauses later, but I wanted to go ahead and use the term independent clauses. Some of you are hopefully already familiar with it. Okay, so let's take a look at this example. You should really try needlepoint. It is more fun than you may realize. Okay, so where are our two independent clauses? Our two things that could be complete sentences on their own. Well, in this case, as is often the case in people's writing, they're separated by a comma. You should really try needlepoint. Could that be a complete sentence? Sure. It is more fun than you may realize. Could that be a complete sentence? Absolutely. They cannot just be separated by a comma. That's a comma splice. Okay, so as this says, I could try a semicolon. I sure could. Okay, so all I would have to do in this case is to get rid of my comma and make it a semicolon. We talked about semicolons some before when we were talking about punctuation. Just as a reminder, the semicolon is a good choice when the two independent clauses you have, the two things that could be separate sentences, are so closely linked in meaning, they're extensions of the same idea in some way or another. The second one completes the first. There are a variety of different ways you can think about it. But for whatever reason, you really want these two ideas inside the same sentence. And so a semicolon is one way you can make that happen. Okay, so let's take a look at number 4, which is practically like 3B. Try a semicolon with a conjunctive adverb. Okay, so we talked about conjunctive adverbs in an earlier video. You got a long list of them. There are a few more listed in this definition, so let's take a look at it. Use a semicolon together with a conjunctive adverb. For example, that's what e.g. means. However, therefore, nevertheless, also, and so forth. Etc. is not a conjunctive adverb. This is just to say the list keeps going. The list you got before had 14 words in it. These were a few of them. Okay, so use a semicolon together with a conjunctive adverb to separate two independent clauses. So let's take a look. Jaja prefers scrapbooking. I will try that craft first. Okay, so as written, there's no punctuation from the beginning of this sentence all the way till the end. But if you look at it, I hope that you can see that it's two independent clauses, two complete statements that could be independent sentences by themselves. Jaja prefers scrapbooking. I will try that craft first. Okay, so where would we put our semicolon? We're going to put it right here. Jaja prefers scrapbooking. I could put a period there and make a new sentence, but I'm not going to. I'm going to put a semicolon. And now, because I'm not only going to try a semicolon, but I'm going to try it with a conjunctive adverb, I'm going to put a conjunctive adverb there. Okay, so which one should I use? How about therefore, since I seem to be taking Jaja's advice or following her lead. Now you'll note this little note up here in red. Remember to use a comma after the conjunctive adverb. Otherwise, you do not have a correctly punctuated sentence. So we don't have a correctly punctuated sentence yet. As soon as I put that comma there, I'm fine. Jaja prefers scrapbooking, semicolon, therefore, comma, I will try that craft first. Okay, so let's take a look at another one. You may enjoy scrapbooks. However, needlepoint is truly an art. Okay, so this sentence looks a little different. The previous one was a plain old run-on sentence, no punctuation beginning to end. Here we do have some punctuation in the middle. And this is that very common type of comma splice that to some people may look correct, but is really not correct. You may enjoy scrapbooks. That could be a complete sentence. However, needlepoint is truly an art. That could be a complete sentence. Or without the however, needlepoint is truly an art. That could be a complete sentence. We cannot tie those things together with just the comma or just the comma and the however. So where is the semicolon going to go? It's going to go right here after scrapbooks. Away with the comma, we're going to add in a semicolon. Now here, we already have a conjunctive adverb. And that's the way a lot of people's run-on sentences end up looking when they write them inadvertently. So we have this already, so all we have to do is to remember to use a comma. Okay, you may enjoy scrapbooks, semicolon, however, comma, needlepoint is truly an art.